Good morning and happy hump day, werewolves. It's your leader here, leading by example with video number 17. Today's topic is a good one. I hope you're having a good week so far. You've made it to the middle of the week, just halfway there. Almost time to get back out into nature this weekend. Hope you're already planning that out. Today's topic is one I've been looking forward to speaking about for quite some time, and I think it's probably time now. It's something that I think a lot about, and I think if we figure out how to approach this concept, we will be much better for it as a country and as a planet, I think. And that is, how do we deal with ignorance in the information age? Now, in order to handle the situation, we first must understand what ignorance actually means by definition. I think you probably don't realize that you're ignorant. I know it's become hard for me to accept that even to this day I'm ignorant, because ignorance really just means to ignore facts, to ignore known knowledge. And we're all guilty of that. This device that I'm talking to you on right here and communicating with you with is usually on you. Think about it. And inside of that device is all of the world's knowledge at your fingertips. You can read the Dead Sea Scrolls. You can find out about rocket-propelled technology. You can read about art and music and sports, or things that really matter, like the Constitution. Did you know that the Constitution's online? Not the actual one, obviously. Your Bill of Rights, you don't know those, but they're online. You can learn that stuff. So once we realize that it's a choice that we don't make to learn this stuff, since we have access to it, we realize, oh man, we're ignorant. We're choosing to be ignorant. Now, to handle this problem, we don't just simply throw information at people or force feed information to people or just give people information, because there's a problem with that most people don't recognize. You see, the term or word information means something totally different in a military context. To the military, to be information means to be lined up, single file, one by one. Very simple, very obedient, and ready for the next instruction. Well, I could imagine that corporations as well as the government wants citizens to be in formation, all lined up, obedient, all lined up, plain, no creativity. I could see how it would be easier to sell us things, predict our behavior, rule over us when we're in formation. And if you are interested in etymology, which is the origin of words, you might learn that a lot of words that we say actually have meanings that we probably aren't too proud of and probably wouldn't accept if we really kind of knew what the communication method we used was really communicating. So let's be careful not to be in formation. And the way that we do that is by understanding the difference between knowledge and information. Like I said, information itself, it could be an entity or an institution or a corporation telling you what they want you to know so that they can better predict how you're going to react and how they can capitalize monetarily upon those reactions. Knowledge is something different. Knowledge is the application of information into one's own experience. And this may be hard to kind of conceptualize, but think of it this way. Ask yourself, how many people have you met in your life? How many people do you know? How many people know you? Chances are it's hundreds, hopefully at least, if not thousands or even more people that you know. Now, how many people understand you? I bet that number goes from how many ever to, fingers and toes. Counting on our fingers and toes the amount of people that actually understand us compared to the amount of people that know us. So knowledge and understanding are different because information and knowledge are different. What we absorb for information is what we're going to compare to our experience to dictate what we believe. But you've got to make sure that what you are absorbing as information is not directed at you from an entity that is manipulating you. Yes, you have access to all the world's knowledge in your pocket, but learn how to sift through what you're looking at, what you're hearing, what you're reading. If a study says that sugar is good for you, but a little investigation says that Frito-Lay or Kellogg's is funding this study or behind it in any way, chances are there's a chance that they may be manipulating the data or creating the data out of nothing in order to convince you that these sugary things that you're eating or buying at the grocery store are worthwhile, are serving you, are keeping you healthy and not making you more at risk for addiction and cancer and negative thinking and tiredness and laziness and negativity, making you a customer for the health care industry. You will understand this by making yourself more aware of the information that you're absorbing. Get all sides of the information. A good buddy of mine, the cognitive rampager himself, Adam Lowry, says, cultivate competence. It's very fitting that we try to do that, because if you can't argue both sides, then how do you know what your position is on something? And in order to be able to argue both sides, you've probably had to argue with yourself because your own inner propaganda has told you how to view something. And in order to be able to stand up for the other side and the other view, you're going to have to reject that self-propaganda in order to perceive things in a different way, as someone else on this earth might. Because every way that you live your life right now, someone on this earth lives it the exact opposite, and it serves them and it works for them. If you, as I'm assuming an American, were born in Saudi Arabia instead of where you were born, you'd be a Muslim, more than likely. Think about that. The information that Muslims get keeps them in formation, just like the information that Christians get or Americans get or atheists get, is to keep us in formation. Get out of formation. Cultivate competence on everything that affects you. Don't accept lies. Don't accept propaganda. Stop allowing people to profit off your ignorance because you're ignoring facts. I love you so much that I'm this passionate about saving your life for your children and grandchildren. I ain't got no kids. I'm terrified to bring kids into a world of ignorant people, including myself. Werewolves, I love you. Jacob Reynolds music, soon to be the Pink Sheep LB Ballard music. Jeff Chapman is a running fool like Forrest Gump. Three Rivers Paddle Sports. If you think you're not a good exercise candidate, let me prove you wrong. Come take my yoga class for free. I don't care. Tip me or don't. I just want you to be more active and to absorb better information, less conjecture, less half-truths, more knowledge, more understanding, less lies that we accept because we don't know we're being lied to by people who are making profits off our ignorance. I love you! Werewolves. Peace.